Why do intelligent Sigma males seem to vanish at parties, dodge group chats, and ghost social events like it's a covert mission? Let's break it down. It's not that Sigma males hate people. They just value depth over noise. For them, shallow socializing is like trying to eat soup with a fork, pointless and frustrating. They thrive on meaningful conversations, intellectual challenges, and moments of solitude that recharge their minds. Studies in psychology have shown that highly intelligent individuals often require less social interaction to feel fulfilled. Their brains are wired for introspection, problem solving, and long-term thinking, not gossip, small talk, or status games. Sigmas fall right into that category. They don't show up to impress, they show up when there's value. Add to that their introverted dominance, a unique combo where they don't crave attention but also don't follow the herd. They're lone wolves by design. Social gatherings often mean sensory overload, constant interruptions, and, let's be honest, conversations that make them mentally yawn. They're not rude, they're just allergic to superficiality. And group chats? Forget it. Sigma males see them as digital clutter, another distraction from goals, peace, or that book they'd rather be reading. In a world that celebrates extroversion, Sigma males play a different game. They conserve their energy for relationships and events that matter, where authenticity replaces appearances and curiosity replaces competition. So next time a Sigma vanishes from a social scene, it's not a mystery, it's a strategy. And for them, that strategy isn't isolation, it's elevation. Number one, surface-level conversations are mental torture. Let's be real. Small talk is the elevator music of human interaction, tedious, repetitive, and painfully avoidable. For Sigma males, it's not just annoying, it's an existential mismatch. Sigma males are the quiet strategists of the social hierarchy. They don't crave attention or dominance, but they do crave depth. While the average person may be comfortable with "so, what do you do?" or "catch the game last night," Sigmas are internally dissecting abstract ideas, contemplating the future of artificial intelligence, or replaying a conversation from 10 years ago that shaped their worldview. Their brains operate on a different frequency, often marked by high levels of introspection, curiosity, and an affinity for philosophical thought. Studies in personality psychology often place Sigma males under the INTJ or INTP Myers-Briggs categories, types known for analytical thinking and deep introspection. These are the people who prefer long silences over shallow exchanges. So when a Sigma is hit with "nice weather today," their minds recoil, not from arrogance, but from a lack of substance. It's not that they don't like talking, they just want to connect on a level that matters. They want to know what fuels your ambition, what keeps you awake at 2 a.m., or what untold dreams you're building behind that guarded smile. They treat conversation as exploration, not obligation. And here's the kicker. If a conversation feels fake, performative, or transactional, they're done. A Sigma can detect insincerity faster than most people realize. If you're at a networking event and wondering why that one guy nodded once and disappeared after 2 minutes, it was probably a Sigma who sensed there was no real connection to be made. In a world obsessed with small talk and surface-level relationships, Sigma males quietly rebel. They don't just want communication, they want communion, a real exchange of thoughts, fears, dreams, and philosophies. So, if you ever find yourself talking to a Sigma, skip the pleasantries. Ask something bold, challenge their thinking. That's where the real conversation begins. Number two, they have a finite social battery. When it comes to personality energy, not everyone runs on the same fuel. Extroverts are like solar-powered gadgets. They soak up energy from the sun of social interaction, crowds, conversations, loud environments. These are their power sources. But Sigmas, they're on a different wavelength entirely. Sigmas recharge in solitude. Think of it this way. Extroverts gain energy from social stimulation, but Sigmas lose it. It's like the difference between a smartphone battery at a music festival and one tucked away in airplane mode. The constant noise, expectations, and interactions drain a Sigma's mental and emotional battery fast. This difference is rooted in psychology. According to Carl Jung's theory of personality types, introverts, a category Sigmas often align with, process stimulation differently from extroverts. Where extroverts seek external input to feel energized, introverts, especially Sigma males, require downtime alone to recover and reboot their cognitive and emotional resources. This is not mere preference, but a biological necessity. Studies show that prolonged social interaction causes increased cortisol, the stress hormone, in introverts, signaling stress and fatigue. So when a Sigma says, "I need some alone time," it's not a polite brush-off or avoidance tactic. It's an act of self-preservation. Just as monks guard their silence to maintain mental clarity and spiritual strength, Sigmas protect their solitude fiercely. It's a sanctuary where they can think deeply, reflect, and restore their inner balance without external interruptions. In fact, many historical and modern Sigmas, think of thinkers like Albert Einstein or Elon Musk, are known for their periods of intense solitude that fuel their creativity and insight. They don't just enjoy alone time, they rely on it to reach their fullest potential. So next time you see a Sigma retreating from social buzz, don't mistake it for disinterest or arrogance. It's a strategic recharge, a conscious choice to protect their energy and maintain their unique way of engaging with the world. It's their power source, quiet, private, and absolutely essential. Number 3, most social interactions feel scripted. Ever walk into a room and feel like everyone else is reading from a script, except you? It's like there's an unspoken social play happening and you missed your cue. This sensation captures a key trait of Sigma males: their intense dislike for fake behavior and social pretense. Sigmas are often called the lone wolves of the social hierarchy because they don't conform to expected social roles or group dynamics. One core reason is their innate ability to detect insincerity and superficiality from a mile away. They have little patience for the performative social rituals most people engage in daily, smiling when they don't mean it, laughing on cue, or feigning interest just to fit in. Psychologically, this can be explained through the Sigma male's high level of emotional intelligence and authenticity. Unlike extroverted types who thrive on external validation, Sigmas value genuine connection and personal integrity. They'd rather be brutally honest than offer polite facades. This honesty isn't just bluntness for its own sake. It's a way to preserve energy and mental clarity by cutting through unnecessary social noise. The world we live in today is obsessed with carefully curated online personas and social approval. Sigmas stand out because they resist this trend. Their reluctance to engage in superficial interactions often makes them seem aloof or misunderstood, but in reality, it's a form of self-respect and a quest for authenticity. Sigmas would rather spend time alone or in meaningful company than participate in the exhausting dance of social performance. From an evolutionary perspective, this behavior can be linked to survival strategies. The Sigma male archetype represents independence and adaptability, qualities essential for navigating complex social landscapes without reliance on hierarchical power structures. This explains why Sigmas often succeed quietly without seeking the spotlight. To sum up, the Sigma male's hatred of fake social scripts isn't about being antisocial, it's about being real in a world full of pretenders. Their refreshing authenticity challenges social norms and offers a powerful example of living true to oneself. So next time you feel out of sync, in a room full of rehearsed social actors, you might just be channeling your inner Sigma, someone who prefers reality over illusion. Number 4, they see through people instantly. Here's a fascinating Sigma male superpower: emotional X-ray vision. What does that mean exactly? Simply put, Sigma males have an uncanny ability to see beneath the surface of social interactions. They don't just hear words, they perceive the unspoken emotions, hidden motives, and subtle energy cues that most people miss. This is why, in a single handshake, a quick glance, or even a barely disguised brag, a Sigma can instantly assess what kind of person they're dealing with. This skill comes from a mix of high emotional intelligence, keen observation, and years of practicing deep self-awareness. Psychologists define emotional intelligence as the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions as well as those of others. Sigma males tend to have elevated levels of this, which gives them their so-called emotional X-ray vision. But this superpower isn't just about insight, it shapes how they interact socially. Since they see past the facade, spotting insecurities hiding behind arrogance or desperation beneath charm, superficial conversations quickly become exhausting and uninteresting to them. They don't waste energy on meaningless small talk or socializing just for the sake of it. To a Sigma, every interaction needs to have depth, purpose, or real substance. This contrasts sharply with extroverted personalities who often thrive on broad social networks and frequent casual interactions. Sigmas prefer meaningful one-on-one connections or small groups where authenticity reigns. Their emotional radar lets them quickly detect who's genuine and who's putting on a show, helping them avoid drama, manipulation, or shallow relationships. In fact, this ability to read between the lines is a big reason why Sigma males often fly under the radar socially, but still command respect and influence. They don't seek attention. They command it effortlessly through their perceptiveness and quiet confidence. In summary, emotional X-ray vision equips Sigma males to navigate complex social landscapes with precision. It's a superpower that lets them decode human behavior swiftly and accurately, avoid shallow interactions, and connect only where it truly matters. This makes their socializing purposeful, efficient, and deeply authentic, definitely not a sport, but a serious craft. Number 5, they value time like it's currency. You know what's more valuable than gold to a Sigma male? Time. It's not just a cliche. It's a fundamental truth rooted in how Sigmas view the world and themselves. Time is the one resource you can never get back once it's spent. Unlike money or possessions, lost time is gone forever. This understanding shapes the Sigma's approach to life in a very deliberate way. Sigmas treat time as sacred. They aren't just people who prefer solitude because they're shy or lonely. They're incredibly selective about how and with whom they spend their time. The famous psychologist Carl Jung identified the introverted archetype as one who draws energy from within, not from social interaction. Sigmas embody this principle by carefully curating their social circles, focusing only on people who enrich their lives, challenge their thinking, or share their core values. This selectivity means Sigmas are masters of purposeful living. Instead of wasting hours on meaningless small talk or social rituals like, "So what do you do for a living?" they'd rather spend a Friday night sharpening a skill, creating something meaningful, or reflecting deeply on life's bigger questions. This focus on self-improvement and intentional living allows them to develop independence and self-mastery, traits that are central to the Sigma personality. Interestingly, neuroscience research backs this up. Focused solitary activities help increase dopamine and serotonin levels, boosting motivation and well-being. So for Sigmas, time alone is not a punishment, but a powerful tool for growth. In a world obsessed with constant social engagement, Sigmas swim against the current by valuing quality over quantity, whether that's in friendships, projects, or personal development. They understand that every minute counts, and they won't squander their most precious asset on anything less than meaningful. So, next time you see a Sigma choosing solitude, remember, it's not loneliness, it's a strategic investment in the most valuable currency they know, time. Number 6. Crowds amplify chaos, not connection. Let's talk about social events, parties, conferences, large gatherings. To many people, these are places buzzing with energy, opportunity, and connection. But for the Sigma male, they often represent something quite different, mental gridlock. Why? Because a Sigma male thrives on depth over breadth. In a room filled with dozens of people, there's an overload of voices, endless small talk, and a constant noise that can feel overwhelming rather than inspiring. Social psychologist Dr. Laurie Helgo describes introverts, a personality trait strongly correlated with the Sigma archetype, as needing quiet and solitude to recharge, and large social events can drain their energy rapidly. Sigmas aren't necessarily antisocial, they just prefer authenticity and meaningful connection over surface-level chatter. That's why they often seek out one-on-one conversations or small groups where ideas have room to breathe and evolve. Instead of scattering their attention across many casual acquaintances, they invest deeply in a few meaningful exchanges. In fact, studies in social dynamics show that deep, focused interactions are more satisfying and memorable for those who identify with Sigma traits. The complexity of genuine dialogue stimulates their intellect and fuels their independent mindset. Put a Sigma in a room with 50 people and watch carefully. Instead of joining the crowd or trying to work the room like an extrovert might, they'll scan the scene for the one person worth talking to, the one whose ideas resonate, whose energy matches theirs. And if no such connection is found, they quietly slip out the back, not out of rudeness, but self-preservation. So next time you see someone ducking out early from a party or conference, consider that it might not be shyness or social awkwardness. It might just be a Sigma male honoring his need for authenticity and meaningful connection, something far more valuable than being seen in a crowd. Number 7, they're obsessed with growth, not gossip. Sigmas don't waste their precious time talking about people. Instead, their conversations revolve around ideas, possibilities, innovation, spirituality, discipline, and strategy. This isn't just a personality quirk. It's a conscious choice rooted in their deep focus on growth and meaningful impact. Why avoid gossip and drama? Because these distractions consume mental energy with zero productive return. Research in psychology shows that gossip often triggers stress and social comparison, which can drain emotional resources. Sigmas intuitively sidestep this, knowing that engaging in idle chatter about others doesn't fuel personal development or innovation. Groupthink, another phenomenon Sigmas avoid, occurs when the desire for harmony in a group leads to poor decision-making. Sigmas are independent thinkers. They critically analyze ideas rather than conforming to popular opinion. This resistance to herd mentality allows them to pioneer fresh perspectives and unique solutions. Following trends, Sigmas set them. Trendsetters often emerge by challenging norms and exploring uncharted territory, both mentally and socially. This pioneering spirit drives innovation in everything from technology to culture. For instance, many groundbreaking entrepreneurs and thought leaders exhibit Sigma traits. They operate outside the mainstream, yet influence it profoundly. Every moment is an opportunity for growth. And for Sigmas, this growth usually happens far from the noise. They find solitude and focus as fertile ground for creativity and self-improvement. Meditation, deep work sessions, and self-reflection are common tools they use to cultivate discipline and sharpen their vision. In essence, the Sigma mindset is about rising above trivial distractions, embracing deep thinking, and using time intentionally to forge a path defined by purpose and originality. This is what sets them apart and propels them forward quietly, strategically, and powerfully. Number 8, solitude isn't lonely, it's liberating. The truth about Sigma males isn't that they dislike people, it's that they treasure their freedom even more. Unlike social butterflies who thrive on constant interaction, Sigmas find their power in solitude. But this isn't about loneliness or avoidance, it's about intention. Solitude is their secret weapon. When alone, Sigmas sharpen their minds, clarify their goals, and recharge their spirits. Scientific studies actually support this. Spending time alone boosts creativity and improves problem-solving skills. It's why some of history's greatest thinkers, like Einstein and Newton, valued quiet reflection. While most people scramble to fill silence with noise or distractions, Sigmas deliberately run toward it. In that peaceful space, they think deeply, heal emotional wounds, and spark new ideas. It's not about isolation, it's a conscious choice to nurture personal growth and self-mastery. So the next time someone tells a Sigma to get out more, they simply smile, knowing their true empire is built in the calm of their own company. This is their sanctuary, a realm where peace and productivity coexist and where freedom reigns supreme. In the world of Sigmas, solitude isn't just alone time, it's the path to greatness. So Sigmas, what have we learned today? That hating socializing doesn't make you broken, it makes you focused. That your solitude isn't a flaw, it's a fortress. And that choosing depth over noise isn't antisocial, it's powerful. You don't need the crowd to validate your greatness. Remember, the lion walks alone while sheep move in herds. So keep building in the shadows, keep thinking beyond the surface, and keep choosing solitude over superficiality. Like this video, subscribe and join this tribe of lone wolves who aren't afraid to walk alone for the right reasons. Stay true and stay Sigma.